Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your favorite daddy hunter here, Jay, back at it again. And we're here to talk about this incoming big patch that Capcom's got lined up for us for Monster Hunter Rise. It's mid-April right now as I'm recording this, so we're T-minus 2 weeks out from this supposed patch. And we're going to talk about maybe some monsters that could be in it, who's going to show up, who's going to make the cut, who's going to be here. And, having played this game all the way to the end, I am HR7 right now. I'm kind of running some endgame stuff, just kind of farming up charms. Having made it to the end, I see kind of how I think Capcom's going to do this. So we're going to speculate a little bit and have a little theory craft and have some fun with this, all right? And without further ado, let's get focused and let's get this chat going. By the way, if you do like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment. I reply to every single comment that hits the channel. So yes, this is an awesome place for you to have a discussion with me about what's said in the video. But enough of that, man. Let's get into it. So let's talk about what we already know is coming in the 2.0 update. Capcom has put out a little info on what's going to be in it. There's a graph you can look at. I might put it on screen, I might not. I'm still debating on it. If you see it, you see it. Great. So they said Chameleos, Apex Rathalos, and open quote, several, close quote, new monsters. Okay, which is great, right? Several new monsters. What does several mean? Like, how many is several, right? Because I feel like the wording there is very nebulous. Like several, like how many monsters are coming in this patch? 5, 10? Nobody knows. And of course, we already know we're getting Chameleos. Super hype. Haven't fought Chameleos in a long while. We're gonna get some interesting fun stuff going on. I don't want to spoil it for any people who have never fought a Chameleos before. Just know it's a good time. It's gonna be fun. And then of course Apex Rathalos, right? We do need more rampages, right? I mean, rampages are an excellent way to farm some in-game materials so far, and they're very efficient. So yes, I wholeheartedly welcome new rampages, and I think this is going to be the 8-star rampage, which means new items for the whole talisman farm thing. I mean, if you know, right? Doing my best not to spoil it for those who don't know, but yeah. So I think Apex Rathalos will end up being an 8-star rampage. And we have a couple options for 7-star rampages, so I definitely think we're gonna get more rampages, right? Maybe something that coincides with the current final boss in the game again, or maybe something that is totally out of left field, right? Because that word several new monsters is really throwing me for a loop, man. What does that even mean? Like several? Like okay. And it's looking like a lot of the Apex monsters are kind of going for the deviant route of previous monsters, right? I mean, we got Mizutsune, we got Azuros, right? Now we've got Rathalos, and we got Rathian. So there's a lot of possibilities for possible 8-star quests, and I think we're gonna get maybe 8 and 9-star in 2.0, and then in 3.0 we'll get 10-star, where they'll unlock the HR cap, like for real, and then give us the traditional, you need HR 25, you need HR 50, you need HR 100, and blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. How it goes. So yeah, I think 2.0 is going to be a lot bigger than we think, and then I think 3.0 is going to kind of kick off that drip feed, if that makes sense. The reason I think this is, the way the game ends currently is very open-ended, right? And I don't know, I'm not a game developer or expert or anything like that, but when making a video game, I think you kind of like storyboard, right? Like you write the whole story is complete. But the year 2020 was the year 2020, and Japan is going in and out of quarantine and having to switch to work from home, and you're back in the office, no, you're back at home, and it's just very chaotic year. So I think they chose the HR7 as a good cutoff point for what can be released right now, and then they'll patch in the end of all of it later on, which it's not the best, but hey, you make do with what you can. So I know that like It's not. They put this out and then they say, okay, we'll figure out the rest of the story later and just make it up as we go. Like, no. The story is written and is done and it's finished, and it exists somewhere at Capcom right now. They just didn't have the time to maybe iron out the bugs or put in the finishing touches to the story and make it, way more presentable and ready for the public. So that's why, we got what we got. So this is the part of the video where I'm going to get a touch bit spoilery. I'm not going to tell you what's in the final boss of Rise. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I am going to talk about what is missing from the game right now. Okay, so I'm going to give you, plenty of time to click off, write a comment based on, what you've already heard. And, if you're there and, you've beat Rise, you've made it all the way to the final boss, and you wish to stick around and hear me talk about the rest of this video, please stick around, drop a sub, drop a like, drop a comment, while we continue. So I think that's plenty of warning for those of us who don't have the game yet or haven't beat the game yet to go ahead and head out before I start talking about this. So what's missing from Rise? Well, I'll tell you, an entire class of monsters almost seem to be missing from Rise. The type of monsters that you can't trap. Yeah, man, I'm talking about Elder Dragons, which is why we switched to Worldborn, so I can show you guys the type of monsters that I'm really thinking are gonna show up possibly in this 2.0 patch. So up first is Kirin, right? Kirin is one of the OG Monster Hunter Elder Dragons. They've been around since I think the first game. I did not play the first game, did a little bit of research, but I think Kirin's been around since OG Monster Hunter, and as annoying as he is, I think it'd be a fun hunt with our newfound mobility with the wire bugs, so yeah, where's Kirin at? Could be showing up in 2.0. We just gotta wait and see, but yeah, there are almost no Elder Dragons in this game, and this trio of Elder Dragons that I'm going to talk about, Kirin, and look at this, we got Kushala here, and the third one is going to be Teostra. I think I'm saying that right. Teostra, whatever. I think it's Teostra. Those three are kind of the main staple Elder Dragons in the series, right? They've had the most appearances in the series, and they were, of course, in World, which is what we're looking at right now. And I think that they're going to show up in Rise, and they're going to be way more fun to hunt than they have ever been, and then the whole capture versus kill debate, out the window. You gotta kill these bad boys. You can't cap these things because traps don't work on elders. Right? And of course with these dragons are gonna come, their armor sets, their weapons, and new decos, hopefully, to farm and create. And our builds are gonna get way more interesting, with the return of Teostra. They're gonna bring back Master's Touch, maybe, right? That'd be dope. So I'm really looking forward to really diving into how these Elder Dragons are gonna work, because even right now as it stands in the 7-star quest, these monsters, they hit really hard already. Ooh, my boy Joe snuck up on us during this hunt, and I think Joe's probably gonna be making an appearance. Look at this angry pickle. How can you not put Joe in this game? And I think he's gonna show up as well. But yeah, these monsters already hit really hard, and they're very fast, because the hunter is as fast as he's ever been, right? Or she's ever been, excuse me, let me not exclude the ladies here. We are as fast as we've ever been with the wire bugs and these new skills to kind of go around, and the way combat works is just incredible. And I think these fights are going to be so much fun. Imagine fighting a Kushala, it's flying around doing its tornado thing. Imagine you could just wire bug up and dunk him with a hammer or something, haha, you thought you were, invincible flying around in your tornado. I'm gonna come for you, And I think it'd be great. Or Teostra, and maybe even Lunastra too, with their Novas. I think it's just going to be an extremely good time just to have these elders show up in the game and, have something new to hunt and new to farm and new armor sets, and really bust open this meta that feels super limited right now. And I just can't wait for some Elder Dragons to really show up. And I know Elder Dragons are coming because they're bringing Chameleos, right? And Chameleos is an Elder Dragon. So I think we got exciting times coming to us, really soon. And I think patch 2.0 is going to be bigger than we think. I think it's going to finish the game bring the elders, bring in the real endgame stuff, bring in some new rampages, a whole lot of content. And then I think 3.0 is going to be a bit smaller, but it's really going to kick off the hype cycle. Like, okay, what's after 3.0? You know, they're going to trickle in a couple new monsters, and we're going to hype ourselves up to fight those things. And hopefully the power creep isn't as bad as World of Iceborne, but we'll see. But yeah, that's really all of it that I have for you guys today. And go ahead and sub and like and comment if you really like this style of video. I love making these for you guys. And as always, happy hunting.